everybody? Welcome back to the 31 Days of Horror. I am your host, Mood616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yes, day 31 here on the 31 Days of Horror Volume 3, and that means it is Halloween. Yes, we have finally made it here. So exciting that it's Halloween, my favorite time of the year. Absolutely love it. Yes. Oh man, my teeth already hurt from the candy. But let's get to the business here. Film from 2016, and it is called The Barn. Look at that cover art, man. Just absolutely phenomenal. That is just so inviting right there. Yeah, this film actually made my top 10 in 2016. I believe it was in at number 9 or something like that. But yeah, let's get into the synopsis of this one. Basically, this one follows our main characters, Sam and Josh. Now, it's it's coming to the end of their high school and stuff like that. And, Sam's father has basically told him that everything is going to change after school is done. And so he kind of starts to worry a little bit. He's not really 100% sure what, the future has in stock for him. So he decides, with Josh's help, that they need to have one last hoorah. And Josh mentioned that there's a concert in this other town. So Sam, he's like, man, let's do this stuff. But first up, we'll hit up this other little small town. We'll do some trick-or-treating and things like that. And so that's what they do. They grab a bunch of their buddies together. They stop off at this town to, do some trick-or-treating before they hit up this concert. And so they're sitting around this fire, and they tell this legend of the barn. And basically what it is if you go up to this barn and you knock on it and say trick-or-treat 3 times, it releases these demons in the form of these 3 maniacs right here, called the Boogeyman, Hollow Jack, and Candy Corn Scarecrow. And of course, that's what they do. They knock on the barn, they unleash these demons, and now they've got to figure out a way to defeat the demons before everybody dies, because that's what their job is to bring, flesh back to hell and stuff. So that is the setup to the film right there. Now, my thoughts on this one. Now, this is really interesting. This was a fully funded Indiegogo campaign type film, and I'm really glad that this one got funded because I think the filmmakers did a great job. They're directed by Justin Seaman, who actually plays the Boogeyman in the film here. But I'm so glad that this film got funded because, man, he did such a great job with this film all around. Now, I remember when this one first got, was coming out and stuff, and people were like, oh, gross, another 80s throwback type film, because it's become kind of the norm. Like found footage films for a while, 80s throwback films has become very popular to do. And of course, yes, this one takes place in 1989, but they do such a fantastic job with this film. The aesthetic of the film is brilliant. Even the dialogue and the lingo sounds fantastic in this film. And, besides all that, of course, it even looks like it's shot in the 80s. It has that film look and stuff. So it has all the aesthetics and everything going on. Really fantastic stuff. But the best thing about this movie is actually the story and the folklore that they come up with in this film. I love how they develop the characters so much in this. Sam is obsessed with Halloween. He has all these specific rules and things like that which come into play to defeat these demons from hell later on in the film. But yeah, the script for this film is fantastic. It's really fleshed out. It's got some twists and turns towards the end. And it's really awesome. It's really great stuff. The music is fantastic. The kills are really good. It's all practical effects. I think even like all the demons and stuff, they look cool too. I mean, their costumes aren't like the greatest things in the world, but I think for what this is, I think they look fantastic. And even the acting in this one, above par. I think a lot of people do a good job. Liana Quigley makes an appearance in this one. Also, Ari Lehman from Friday the 13th shows up in this one too. So you got some well-known names also, but man, really, really well put together film. This one runs about 90 minutes before the credits even roll. And it's paced really well too. I absolutely love this. It's got great atmosphere throughout the film and never kind of breaks it. But man, the folklore or the lore behind these demons is just fantastic. I love how each demon has a specific job to do while they're on Earth. Like the Boogeyman's the leader. You got Hollow Jack, who basically every pumpkin that you see around, you know, he can use those as his eyes. And then the Candy Corn Scarecrow, you know, has something to do with the harvest and stuff. I won't give everything away, but it's just a really fleshed out story, and it's really cool because generally when you watch these slasher films, the stories are so basic and they don't really flesh anything out. You don't get that with this. And this is a fucking indie film. That's what makes it even better. Yeah, I absolutely love this one, man. I really do not even find this one cheesy at all. I think a lot of the dialogue and stuff comes off really crisp and good. Yeah, like I said, going back to the aesthetics and stuff, a lot of the props and stuff that they use in this film is really great too. You know, some 80s stand-up video games, and they don't overdo it. It's another great thing about this film. It doesn't keep, you know, trying to remind you that it's 1989 with just non-stop references and things like that. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about this film. It tells you what it's set in, you know, 1989, and that's really about it. And then you just kind of forget about it, but you still know by the sound and the look that it is. They're not telling you every 2 seconds. And it's a really fantastic film. I think this one is one of the best indie films to come out in the last few years. It's right up there with Pieces of Talent for me. Circus of the Dead is another one that I really love. And, you know, the list goes on and on and on. There's so many good ones. But this one, you know, it's become like a tradition for me now. I got to do this on Halloween, you know, to watch this film. It's just really fantastic, man. Love it. Yeah, if I had to re-rate this one, I'm still going to come in at a 9 out of 10. I think it's, you know, for a supernatural kind of demon slasher film, probably one of the better ones out there. And it's Halloween themed. You can't go wrong with this movie whatsoever. I don't really know if I have a whole lot more to say on this, but, you know, straight from the cover art to the whole look and aesthetic of the film, and just everything about this one is fantastic. I know I'm sucking this movie's dick right now, but it's very warranted because I think it's fantastic, and I think everyone needs to check this one out. They just put a Blu-ray out of this, which is really cool. I probably won't upgrade just because the you know, the way this film is supposed to look is the way it is on the DVD. I mean, I'm sure it's fine on Blu-ray and stuff. I'm not going to get into that, but I don't need to buy another copy. It's fine for what it is. But yeah, everyone check out The Barn. Great, great Halloween film. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for the review. I don't really have anything else to say. You know, one thing actually about this movie I just realized right now. Oh no, there actually is boobs in this. I was going to say there is no boobs, but there actually is there is a little bit of boobs in this one. And I love the fact that the main character Sam is conveniently named Sam. I think that's really cool too. So, but yeah, man, one of the best supernatural slasher films I've seen in such a long time. And check it out, peeps. 9 out of 10, The Barn. That is going to conclude the 31 Days of Horror Volume 3. I hope you guys really enjoyed the series because I had so much fun doing it. I am kind of happy it is over because this month has been incredibly busy. You know, 31 videos, all the podcasts, among other videos. Like, this has been one of the busiest months I've ever done since I've been on YouTube. So, but yeah. All right, I'm going to go enjoy Halloween here, take my kid out for trick-or-treating, and I'll check you guys later with some more videos because I have some coming up right away. Probably going to take a couple days off because I'm exhausted. Check you guys then. Peace!